Okay. All right. Let's go.
I thought that Arrow went downhill as soon as he was like, I can't kill people anymore.
That was not good either. No.
Because this girl I like doesn't want me to.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you're right. Your morality is not on the line here. It's because you want puss.
You want some puss, dude. Yeah.
Makes
Get
sense.
over yourself, dude. And
then
start
it didn't even
naming
work
people.
out.
No, dude. It didn't even work out at all. I mean, seasons 1 and 2, honestly, I loved them. I haven't watched them in forever, but when I first watched them, I loved them. And then,
Oh, you need to find the wanted poster with Bruce Wayne, by the way, too.
I was just thinking, yeah, I think it's...
I see you have sent a data request
We're gonna scan that
from
Mad
the
Hatter hat, too.
assassins to the Batcomputer. Oh, and another equipment request. Did you ever consider a bigger build?
I did. Too heavy.
Fat joke.
Slowed me down.
Disgusting.
Let me know when it's here.
Get him.
Alright, we'll find the, We'll find the Bruce Wayne thing later.
For sure.
What? Where'd Penguin
Oh,
go?
there it is.
No
You're
idea.
right.
One minute
Found
it's,
it.
Batman's going in my trophy case. The next, nothing.
Brilliant work. Okay.
I like it.
Easy.
Do you think he's dead? Did Batman kill him?
Yeah, dude, Arrow really, I mean, I love seasons 1 and 2 because you had Malcolm Merlin, which he was a great villain, and then you had Deathstroke in season 2, who was fantastic. And they were killing characters, like they were actually making you invest in people when they killed them. So it was painful, it was hard, like it was not, I don't want to say it was Game of Thrones level, but it was like you'd get attached to someone and they could definitely die. They could definitely die. That's the only element. It's not on Game of Thrones level by any means, okay? It's not.
Okay.
Don't mistake me. I would never say such a thing. But
Look, I don't want to say it's Game of Thrones, but
it's better than
all
Game of
I'm
Thrones.
saying is look at Stephen Amell, look at Emilia Clarke, who's hotter. That's all I'm saying, dude.
Stephen Amell's a dime piece, dude. But yeah, it really, like, from there, like, there was parts of season 2, and I think part of it was I was able to... I think there's something to be said about being able to binge a show comparing to waiting week to week to watch a show. Because I binged seasons 1 and 2, and it was great, because it was just story all the way through. Like, it was basically like reading a book nonstop until you're done, is the way you can kind of see it, I guess.
Yes.
Where waiting week to week is tough, because you forget stuff, you rely on the recap, and you're just kind of waiting for stuff to happen. There's commercials. Watching TV like that is hard now. So we had to do that for season 3. Me and my girlfriend at the time, now wife, and it was like we just lost interest. Like, I mean,
There we go.
Midway through season 3, we just kind of lost it a bit, and then I finished season 3, struggled through season 4, and then I just tried to go back and watch season 5. And
I'm gonna grab this guy real quick.
of course, and it was not good, dude. They've gotten just weird. In season 5, I think there's another one. There's 6, and I think 7 might be the last one now. But it's just a shame because I don't know how the Flash is doing. I never got into Flash, but Arrow really it changed quite a bit from the Arrow that I watched in season 1 and 2. So
Well, and I thought people like Flash more, technically.
I think that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Because it started out as just like an episode of Arrow, didn't it? He was in an episode.
No, I don't think so. I think he just started his own show, and then he started showing up in Arrow episodes. Like they did like the multiverse or whatever.
I thought that he like showed up in Arrow first.
He might, maybe I'm wrong. You might be right. But then they also do that DC Legends of Tomorrow too. They do that show. Have you heard of that one?
I have, yeah, the one with like the Captain Cold and all them.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. I haven't seen that at all. But I mean, CW.
My brother likes it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't really like the CW shows very much. The only thing I have any patience for is Supernatural.
Okay.
And it's mainly because I watched it growing up. Like, I think it's a good show. But I don't know if I would have even checked it out if I hadn't watched it when I was younger.
Oh really?
A lot of their shows are just so cringy.
Like Supergirl, I heard is really cringy too.
That's I think that's NBC.
It was. It got moved to CW.
Oh, it did now?
Yeah, yeah, because they had like a big crossover event where it was Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow, and Supergirl was there. So I'm pretty sure Supergirl's on CW now because it wasn't doing well on NBC.
Huh, I wonder why.
Yeah, it's not good from what I understand. Yeah, it's kind of sad because like it gets, even in season 1, I remember getting a little like soap opera-y at times, you know, where it's just kind of like overly dramatic.
Oh, Arrow?
Yeah, 100%. But there were some really good fight scenes. There were some really good I thought the plot was great in seasons 1 and 2. I had a good time. I don't know what happened. I don't know how you have 2 really good seasons and then you have, from what I've felt, maybe another half a good season here and there. Maybe there's a few decent episodes, but they lost, I feel like, what they were doing. They got a little too... They just got kind of weird with it. I don't know. I'd be
The
interested
only
to
way
see
I'm
what other
gonna
people have
find
to
that
say.
assassin is to locate more evidence.
Oh, the blood trail ran out. How will I find more evidence?
The blood.
Oh, I wonder what I'll do here. Oh, look.
Oh, the massive bandage.
I'm a detective.
I'm a detective.
Crap hole. Everyone killing each other for crumbs. Strange will get his.
He's like looking around to see if anyone saw.
Yeah.
I'll need to get in.
Who needs to die today? Ooh, I like these chase scenes. Oh, you're cheesing. I love it. Yes. Good. How horrifying would it be, by the way, to have Batman flying like that at you? A 6 foot whatever, 240-pound man of pure muscle chasing you at full speed and then flying. No wonder people are terrified of him.
Yeah, I mean, he is pretty massive.
He's a huge man.
And it's more just like what he does to people. Although, like, one thing I get it with certain versions of Batman, like, that just brutalize people, but there's, like, other versions of Batman that I'm like, I don't fully understand how people stay scared of him. Because it's like, oh, this guy who, like, always threatens to kill everyone, who will never kill anyone.
Continue to live because the great racial ghoul allows it. Call him off.
I can take her.
Stand down.
But my butt chin. Fine.
Do not follow us.
I didn't need your help.
Really? That's not what it looked like from where I was standing.
I had it under control. Why did Alfred send you?
He was worried about you.
Take this, get it analyzed, and start searching the hospitals and emergency rooms. Anyone with this blood in them will be dead within 24 hours.
Whose blood is it? Oh. It's yours, isn't it? I'll get it to the hospitals and come back. You need my help here.
I can handle it. You're needed in Gotham. Things could get worse, much worse.
You think? If Strange really knows who you are, what happens if he tells everyone? How will you...
Trust me, I'll find a way.
If you need me, you know where I am.
I know. Now go.
I know.
I really like the team-ups that they did in Night.
Yeah.
Like with that kind of...
I know. I wish they would have let you explore a little bit in the open world with those characters.
I don't know why they don't.
It's not that hard. You just let them do it. Because you can play as them a little bit, right? Or no, in the... I guess in the challenge rounds. But in the open city, you just kind of tell them what to do, don't you?
Yeah.
And actually, I'm being an idiot, dude. They totally let you. Like when you're fighting as Nightwing, like you do your massive combo takedowns with like Catwoman and Nightwing, you can fight as them.
You can fight as them, yes, but like I thought you were saying that like you wanted them to let you like fly around as them.
100%. Yeah, I was saying that too. I was saying, but like, I was thinking for a second that they just let you control them, or just like tell them, like in that when you're in the Panessa Studios or whatever, and you're just telling Robin like, take this guy down, take this guy down. I kind of thought for a second that that's all they let you do, but no, you can totally play as them for a little bit.
Yeah, you can. I just think you should be able to run around the city as them. Because like you can do that in even I was thinking like Lego.
Yes.
You can like go around as like Green Lantern and like these are characters in like Lego Batman 3.
Oh, dude.
So it's like, why can't you do that in Arkham? Why can't you play as, you know, Robin?
Yeah, and you could still fly around, and like even Nightwing, that'd be cool. Catwoman, they let you do it in this game.
But they don't in the next one.
No, I think that's a good point with the Lego games though, because the Lego DC Villains, I've talked about it a little bit before. It's probably one of my favorite Lego games of all time. It's fantastic. But you can go around to all the really cool locations as all of the different characters. Obviously, it's just completely free, open, roam, play as whatever character you want. And you can even create your own character. So it's that. Yeah, you're right. I really appreciated that part of it.
Wasn't Freeze working for the Joker? I'm sure he was. I think the icebox.
That's right. You have to stay within range, don't you?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, she's moving quick.
Telling you, man, it went down there.
You're just seeing things. No way did something get past us.
Oh, they got guns. Careful. There you go. Set the tone. Could have just flown by him. Don't want to.
Absolutely not.
Great work.
I'm doing my job.
Doing your job.
Do you remember? Of course you do. Do you remember the point at which we have to go and find Killer
Below the
Croc?
surface,
Yeah, it's
Gotham's a
right
maze
after the
of
boss
old
fight with
steel and
Rachel
iron.
Gould.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
My signal may get
Right
broken.
immediately
Try
after.
and stay locked on.
Rerouting additional satellite coverage
It's a
now.
tricky spot, though.
Good luck, Bruce.
Ooh, did you hear that? Ooh, they're back. I forgot they're in here again.
They are, but there's very few of them.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully.
I thought it was bad up there. Down here, I'm not just cold. I'm wet, and I smell like I've been standing in something Croc left behind.
Croc?
I didn't know that they referenced him.
Oh, blow that up, yes. I didn't either. It's kind of cool that he just got like this really small cameo, though. I'm glad he wasn't in it a whole lot.
Isn't this where he was living?
Yes. Yeah, that's his collar that you scan, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
This kind of stuff is like what I love about these games.
Yeah.
Just like that world building stuff.
Do you have like a favorite cameo thing, or a cool like small thing like that?
I love this. I love the one in Asylum where you find like Scarecrow's little hovel down under the what is it, like under the elevator?
Yes, absolutely.
I love the one in Night where you like open up the thing and you find Bane's gear like being shipped back to Africa or whatever, or South America.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, in one of the shipping containers?
Yes.
That's right, dude.
Like I love that kind of stuff. I feel like there's
Joker's
something
got his
else in
crew
Night like
moving
that
through the
too.
sewers,
There's a
hunting
cool
down what's
calendar
left
man
of
one,
Penguin's
just kind of
thugs.
hidden in there if you
Might be what I'm thinking of.
Okay, yeah. Did you ever find all the Riddler trophies for that?
I did.
You did? Okay.
I hated doing
It
it.
was such a grind, dude. That was the hardest one to find of all, too. They made it just...
This is not going to be easy, Dark Knight.
Oh.
What number comes after 3 when the night falls? The answer is 2.
What do you do?
1.
Oh, line launch.
Oh yeah.
And then L1, and then R1 when you do it.
Detective fails to complete my challenge.
Oh!
I thought I did. I was trying to remember too.
That's a tough one.
This is hard.
I didn't realize that
I always knew it was
the
better than
Steam
you.
was coming out.
Well, he looks like a big idiot.
Oh, you need the... No. You need the...
You need the upgrade?
Yeah, you need the freeze grenades to do that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a bigger room where you can do the line launch, but not that one. Okay, here we go. Alright.
I don't know though, like you know what I was thinking, like as we were talking about this, they might be at a point where you really can't do like another Bruce Wayne game without him either being, like you said, old or prior to Night.
Why do you say that?
Because like they've kind of done it. Like I feel like you're at a point in the timeline where like I don't know if you'd need to push forward anymore with Bruce Wayne, unless you make him older. Like unless you're gonna do like Azrael and like do that Nightfall storyline,
Yeah.
or you're going to do like something like Origins-y where it's like before, you know, Asylum or before you know, somewhere in there. Which I would be interested in our prequel if they really wanted to, but I think it would get panned for being unnecessary.
You think so? For the...
Yeah, because people, like, I think a lot of it is because of Origins not being the best one in the series, but, like, there was already, like, complaints about Origins being unnecessary, like, when it came out. Just because people respond that way to prequels in general. Like, of any series.
Yeah, they do.
They've even done that with, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, like, by and large, but, like, there were even Harry Potter fans that didn't really think Fantastic Beasts need to be its own movies.
No, you're 100% right.
So, and the Star Wars movies, like, ignoring the sequel trilogy, even the prequel trilogy, people are like, why do we need anything more than 4, 5, 6? Like, once you start going back, like, people get resistant to it. And I think sometimes they probably shouldn't be, because, like, it can be really good. But, like, there's just this aversion to it. Like, people think that if you wanted to tell that story, you should have started with it.
That's kind of what we talked about in that one podcast, too, where it's like, if you have something that's great, making a sequel, if you don't do it perfectly, you're going to alienate fans and really divide them and make them angry. Like, they're very intense about their stuff.
Yeah. But the thing is, if it's still really dang good, I don't think it should matter. Like, it might not be quite as good, but, like, there's people who feel that way about, like, Night. That, like, Night isn't as good as Arkham City, so why was it, you know?
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
There's
man.
a subset of fans that don't think it's nearly on par with, like, Arkham City.
That's crazy.
They think that, like, this is where the series peaked and, like, it should have stopped. Or been better.
Oh.
And I don't really agree with that.
No.
I don't really think that. But I'm just saying, like, people
really think that?
Yes. I don't think it's, like, the massive majority, but there's an amount of people who think this is, like, the epitome of Batman Arkham. And I think it is really good.
Yeah. It's my favorite, I think. But
I think Night is just as good. I don't know if I'd argue it's better. I think it's just as good in different ways.
Night's fantastic.
Yeah, and there's things it does better than this game and things it does worse.
Yeah. I agree. I think that, like, it was a great conclusion. I don't know how they could say, like, they should have stopped after, especially after playing Night.
You're running out of time.
Especially with how polished everything was, dude. Like, it was just, the combat was fantastic the whole way through. It was just really, it was great. I don't know why people wouldn't like that.
What's in these
we
things?
need to get over there.
Guns, explosives.
Yeah, and again, I think most people really like Night.
Good.
But all I'm saying is that whenever you continue a series like this at all, there's always going to be the people who are like hipster about it.
Yeah.
Like that, it should have just been the one thing. Like, whether it's good or not, they don't care. Like, it's just like, it should have been the one thing, and I'm not going to like this. I'm choosing not to like it. It's
not a shame.
It's not even like I experienced it and didn't like it. It's like I'm picking to not like this.
That doesn't make sense, man. You should. I don't know. I think that at that point you need to just experience things. You need to be a little open-minded about it, which is tough though, especially when you're very protective of something that you put a lot of time into. It means a lot to you. Like for this, if they would have made an Arkham Knight game that sucked and it was like the end of the trilogy, it honestly would have been really, really annoying.
Yeah, 100% if it was bad.
Because of all the time that we put into these games, it's like, how do you mess it up that bad? But obviously they didn't. They killed it. But I mean, it's, I guess I get people not wanting to risk that at times because you want it to just be perfect the way it is. So taking a risk on something that might ruin it is frustrating.
This panel is protected using Tiger encryption protocol.
I agree, yeah.
Can't decrypt it.
But I mean, it was already such a risk anyway, because no one knew Arkham City or Arkham Asylum was even going to be good. You know, like it was like a shot in the dark to even be good.
Yeah, the thing is with that, I feel like they didn't have much to lose. You know what I mean?
They did not.
There was no other really good Batman games. Nothing like it had really been done before, superhero-wise.
That's very true.
And so they basically said, let's try something new, and it worked.
Well, and originally, it's still a little bit rhythm-based, but the combat was going to be rhythm-based, too. Like, more, I don't want to say musical, but kind of.
Yeah, kind of though. Yeah, you're right.
Like it was going to be even more that direction, and they went more with the timing-based rhythm-ish thing versus that, and it worked really well.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
If Joker gets his hands on that stuff, well, you know.
He won't. I won't let him.
I think that a lot of superhero games up to that point were very mashy.
What's up, Doc?
Yes.
This set a new standard. Like, even look at Spider-Man. It is Arkham combat.
It totally is, yeah. Even stealth, in a way. They took a lot of it and branched out that way, yeah.
And there's things that it does that I like. I'm not saying that are better, but that I like that this doesn't do, too. In, like, Spider-Man. Like, there's not as much of a focus on countering as there is on, like, dodging. Which I think is neat. You could say it's the same thing. I think it's different enough that, like, it's its own thing.
Well, in Spider-Man 2, they have, like, the stealth takedowns are super creative.
Yeah,
So,
they are more creative than in Arkham.
Oh, 100%.
Because
yeah.
Arkham was trying to be functional, not fashionable, I think.
And Spider-Man's got a little bit more flair to his stuff, too. So
well, yeah, no one's, like, scared of Spider-Man.
No.
Just do me a favor.
He's telling jokes as he's beating people up. Like, that's his gimmick.
That is something I eventually want to play through.
On the channel?
Yeah.
I'd love to play through that, yeah.
I didn't want to right away because everyone was playing it.
Yeah.
And, like, we're just so small that it was kind of like, who's going to see us play it?
Right.
But eventually I'd love to.
To go back and play it, yeah. It's a genuinely good story, too.
Oh, it's really good.
Like, they nailed
And they have, like, really good villains in it.
Yes.
They make, like, certain people, like, very sympathetic. I don't want to say too much about it.
Right.
But certain
they
villains
develop
and other
villains.
characters.
Yeah.
There's characters that aren't even in the game that have like audio files that like it makes you feel like they're actual people that Peter knows.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No spoilers, obviously. But yeah, they do a really good job.
Yeah.
I'll cover this way.
I would say like that I honestly think the exploration stuff, like you can argue like the semantics of the combat. I think it's about as good as like peak Arkham Knight combat.
That's
like,
fair.
In a different way.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to get used to though, because I came to it like off of playing Knight,
and it was super hard.
Yeah.
I went back and played Knight after Spider-Man. I sucked.
Yeah, it
dude.
makes it hard.
So bad at that game for a while.
But I was gonna say too though, I do think that like ignoring the combat, even the world is almost as interesting as the Arkham
in New York.
World. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
like just the explorables and things you can find. Like I love the collectibles in that game are done so well. They're done better than like just Riddler trophies. Like finding the backpacks and each of them has history to them. And like so to anyone who hasn't played this, like without talking about the specific things of what they are, you find these backpacks that Peter Parker left on the rooftops when he was like swinging around because like he'd have to switch into his Spider-Man gear and he'd like dump a backpack and like switch out of his street clothes and he would forget to come back and get it. And you'd find these backpacks on rooftops and in other places, and inside them would be like a memento from something he did, like a mission he had, or like, oh, this is a pair of, I'm just making something up here, like this is a pair of goggles like I stole off Black Cat like the first time I met her when she was doing this, and he'd have like a story about it. It was like combining Arkham City stories with the collectibles.
Yes.
Instead of just like, hey, I find a Riddler trophy, it's just a Riddler trophy, there's nothing to it, and maybe I unlock an Arkham story that's not connected. It would be like, I find the backpack, there's an actual item here, I get to look at and examine the item, inverted takedown. I get to look at and examine the item and zoom in and out on it, and it has a oral history to it that he'll read to you. It was just really clever.
Oh, it was great. And it wasn't a ton either. You know what I mean? Like, I think there was 50 backpacks total.
Yeah, I purposely went around and did a bunch of them in order because I was enjoying them so much.
I did it before I continued the story. I was like, oh, and it pops up on the map, too, so they're easy to find. They're fun. You get little history things from it. And it was just like, it was like you said, it was cool history. Like, you just go through really quick, you find them in cool little spots. And it's like, oh yeah, here's the first time I fought, Green Goblin here or whatever.
Yeah, and he'd talk about it.
Yeah.
And even like, I'm thinking about a character who who it is. It's involved in the, it's like those research, like the science missions where you'd have to go and do the science stuff.
Yes, yeah.
That character isn't even in the game, and like, Peter provides like a history for the character and like says like, oh, I wonder if this guy's doing okay, and like talks about it. Like it makes it feel like you know him even though you never see him in game.
No.
I really hope they do another, like a sequel to that within the next few years.
Oh, I think they've... I don't know if they've announced it officially, but I'm sure it's... They obviously have that Avengers game coming.
Yeah, but I don't think that's... I don't know, but I don't think that's in the same universe. Because they had talked about doing like a Marvel game universe.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought they were doing an Iron Man game next, is what I heard.
That would be amazing.
That's
but
what
I thought it would be Insomniac that just did that universe, but I don't know.
think that's what's happening.
What
yeah.
are you doing?
I feel like Insomniac's making an Iron Man
I'm
game.
in Arkham City? What the hell am I doing here? I was grabbed outside the hospital I intern at. They drugged me, and I woke up in a building up there.
The person in charge here has been rounding up doctors to try to fix Joker. Looks like you were unlucky.
He's dying, right?
It seems that way.
Is it wrong not to feel bad about that? What now?
You need to stay here. Keep out of sight, and you'll be fine. I'll be back.
I'd like if he's like, it is wrong, and he beats her up. He's like, you're a murderer.
You don't get it, do
you are Joe Chill.
Joker's not stealing the weapons from Strange. Strange is giving Joker.
Starts physically beating her up in the middle of the...
Yeah,
you need to learn.
You are Joe.
You are Joe.
I love Wonder City.
This is a cool scene.
To resemble hell breaking through the sidewalk, continuing up into the sky. Structures will grow to blot out the sun, and the people who live in them will be choked by the pollution they create. Eventually, when no space remains, this world will die, struggling for breath as man's
There! Everywhere!
Shut. But this doesn't have to be your future, Gotham.
Oh, that's in there. Okay. How is he walking? That's in his spine.
There is a better way.
Where is Wonder City? I know it's under. Like, it's under Gotham, right?
It's under Wonder Tower, from what I understand.
So was this like an actual scientific thing that they were trying to present at some point? I don't remember in the story.
Wonder City? I think so, actually. Oh, jeez, I didn't see them. Alright. Do you have that takedown yet? I don't know if you do.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
This reminds me a lot of the city that's in Mask of the Phantasm. It's supposed to be like the city of the future.
Oh, that's right! Where they end the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it. That's a good connection, man. Oh, I like that.
That was one of my favorite, like, scenes. Like, the whole thing with the Joker there at the end.
Where he's laughing.
Yeah.
Missing a tooth.
That was amazing.
Oh my god. Didn't that movie hit theaters?
Mask of the Phantasm?
Yeah.
I don't know. If it did, I didn't watch it.
Okay.
In theaters, but I love it.
It's fantastic, dude.
I watched it on VHS for the first time. Like, when I watched it originally. Because, you know, it's real old.
Oh, it is. It was from the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The tracker's signal continues beyond this door, but the door looks like it's been sealed for decades. The assassins must be using another way to get through. These must be the famous mechanical guardians of Wonder City. It looks like their inner workings were very advanced. I'm detecting a kind of memory tape they used, almost a primitive video. Perhaps I can scan and analyze it.